It's your boy Cash Cartel, and you tuned in with Blue Jay Entertainment. What's going on, man? How you doing? Cash Cartel in the building, man. How y'all doing?
And thanks for taking the time to come out here and be on Blue Jay Entertainment.
Thank you for having me.
Where you're born and raised?
Man, I was born in, fun fact, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people either assume I'm from Bastrop or I'm from Austin. I was actually born in LaGrange. So I'm like, people don't know where LaGrange, Texas is at. It's literally like down the road from Smithville, down where DJ Screw was born. So I was born in LaGrange, but I was raised in Bastrop, most of my life. As a kid, I lived in Mexico for about a year, to get familiar with my family out there and stuff. So I got to experience life out there for a bit. Came about a year, maybe two.
That's cool. What part of Mexico?
Guanajuato.
Okay.
Yeah, straight from
I got family in Juarez.
Oh, word. That's live.
Yeah.
Right across the border. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was only for about a year or two. Came back, and been living here.
Were you raised religious, or are you currently?
I actually, man, as a young kid, my parents were actually real Catholic, as most Hispanic households. But throughout the years, we kind of converted to Christianity. Me, I don't go to church like, every Sunday, but I definitely believe in God, I think it's more of a personal thing, as long as you have you're in touch with Him, you're in touch with yourself. And but I still believe in God for sure. Yeah.
What do you think about what's going on the border right now? Did you hear about the 4 Americans who got kidnapped?
Yeah, I did, and that's crazy. That's a sad situation, But man, you got to be alert where you're going. You got to realize that. I think America. We hear a lot of bad stories about cities like Chicago or New York or LA, and it's crazy out there. Don't get me wrong, violence is always at an all-time high. But in Mexico, you don't have to be in a big city for shit to go down like that. You got to be careful. You're not in your territory. The folks out there don't play. I mean, I would say if you don't have to go to Mexico, you shouldn't go to Mexico, man. There's a reason. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on and people coming out here, but there's a reason why people are running away from over there. Shit's crazy out there.
Yeah,
you don't want to step soil out there. Definitely get around them guys.
Yeah. So you are an upcoming artist, right? For people who haven't heard you yet, what kind of music do you do?
I mean, as of now, I'm still experiencing with a lot of different genres and stuff, but I make rap music. I don't know what you want to label it. I don't want to put a label on it because, I can rap in Spanish. And I can rap in English, so you can hear me rap on a trap beat in Spanish, going off, or you might hear me, a little bit more sad, more mellow, more slow R&B type of deal, or but I would say rap, R&B for the most part.
Okay, who would you say has influenced you to make music?
Man, my early influences, when I was living in Mexico, I had a lot of cousins, older cousins, man. Then it was around the early 2000s, so M was popping, 50 was popping, SPM was popping. I heard a little bit of Zero, but I also heard Cartel de Santa, Mexican rappers and stuff like that. But when I started to get, a little bit older towards, my teen years, I would listen to a lot of Wayne, a lot of Drake, Wiz. I would also listen to Texas legends. Like Zero, DJ Screw. But I schooled myself too. Just because I like the genre so much, the bars. I fell in love with the bars, the similes, and all this shit, all the lyrical stuff. I would go and dig into Tupac and Wiz and The Weeknd. Like I mentioned, I like R&B, so.
So you fell in love with it at a young age. When would you say you started rapping?
I would say rapping. I always wrote music when I was in school. I was just always like, I don't know, I think I was too shy to, ever record it or anything. But I really started rapping around 18. So been writing ever since I was like 15, songwriting since I was 15, started recording at 18.
Do you have any new projects or any new music that's going to be coming out anytime soon?
Yeah, I've been working on the past year for on my EP called Genesis. I don't have an exact date for it, I've just kind of been recording. It's been a journey, so I've been recording a lot of songs with you here at the studio, so just kind of taking my time and selecting which ones I want to keep, because there's a lot that I really want to put on, but I don't want to like oversaturated, and I still got to pay off beats and whatnot. So
I hear a lot of artists just like, we just need to drop something and keep dropping a bunch of music, and the way I look at it is quality
over quantity, bro. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There was a minute when I was like, fuck it, bro. I'm just keep dropping. Whatever hits. I feel like if I do more, there will be more to pick from. But nah, man, that shit gets boring. Like people want to hear good shit that has memorable things to to quote or whatever. They don't want to hear repetitive shit. You could have a million songs, but if there's only 3 good ones, they're only gonna remember you for 3 good songs. So I like to take my time on music for sure. I don't think it's rushed. I would work with Wiz. I work with Drake, Wayne, Weekend, my Spanish rapper Santa Feclan, Cartel de Santa. Yeah, man, really anybody that's willing to work with me. Yeah.
Anybody? Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, how can they contact you?
Shit, you can hit me up on Instagram at Cash with a K, Cartel 99, or find me on YouTube, Cash Cartel, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Cash Cartel. Cool.
So you're open to do features? Anybody want to feature from Cash? Hit them up.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up on the gram. I'm really active on the gram. I get on Twitter every now and then, but I'm really on the gram. So Cash Cartel with a K.
Yeah. So what song did you want to perform today, and why are you performing that song?
I think I'm gonna perform Mi Vida Loca, man, and just because I feel like that's where the state of my life is at right now. I think I'm still young, but I done seen so much shit that only I know what I seen. You know what I'm saying? I think that's with anybody else.
Right.
So you don't. I feel like a lot as individuals, we see a lot of shit that we keep to ourselves, and a lot of people don't think we go through it.
How do you navigate through positive and negative criticism?
I think, how do you say, you gotta take the good and the bad, It's always good. They say all publicity is good publicity, right? I guess to a certain extent, yeah, because it gets you talked about, it gets attention on your name. So even though people might not necessarily like what you're doing, there's a lot of attention. So there's like, man, who is this guy? Cash Cartel, who the fuck is this guy? Go look him up. You hear a song and they're like, oh shit, man, this nigga might got something, So even if you take time out of your day to say something negative, I mean, you took time out of, you probably thought I had something at some point. I don't know. Maybe you don't like it, and if you don't, that's cool. Because I'm glad people appreciate my work. You know what I'm saying? But when I started making music, I didn't start making music for the world. I started making music for me, really. I wanted to make what if there was a certain song I didn't hear on the radio or that I wanted to make, I would make it. Or if I felt a certain way and I wanted to express that in a song, I expressed it. So the people that started liking my shit, I didn't really, I promote my music, like any artist does, but I didn't make it to their liking, I was just me.
What are some of the challenges you feel that Hispanic rappers face today?
I think we don't really have a voice, or we don't have like somebody that really puts our flag up there, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we got, I'm not gonna mention names, but we got some artists that are out there, but they don't fully rep who they are. They gotta get whitewashed a little bit, to go mainstream, and got them doing all kinds of crazy shit. But man, there's a lot of talent, bro. There's a fucking shitload of talent in Texas, Cali. I've seen it everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, everywhere. And it's Hispanic people, just, some people, there hasn't been that one, that puts on for everybody. And I think, we should just unite, bro. Unite for sure. I think that's what will get us you know, will get us out there. We don't have somebody that really puts on for us, or you know, or makes us be heard, because we're not really represented. So don't get me wrong, there's a lot of artists buzzing and they're talented as fuck, but I don't feel like there's that one that's like, you know, at the top right now, or that's been at the top. There hasn't.
Yeah.
And that's sad, because there's potential. The potential's there. You know, a lot of these guys could be, but I don't know, man. We get looked down a lot too. You know, I feel like, I don't know, for some reason I feel like we get looked down a lot.
I've heard of people saying that Mexicans can't rap.
Right.
You know, what do you think?
I mean, it depends what you define rap as, you know, because you, like I said, you got so many genres. You can be a lyrical rapper. You know, you're still gonna have, you got those people that just like lyrical straight bars, you know, like they don't care about the beat, just bars. And then you got people that are in there for the melody and, you know, more of the sound, and altogether it still sounds nice, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say they can't rap. I mean, people ask. You know, I think I can speak very fluent. I don't have a problem pronouncing words. I mean, I could say this. I can pronounce words the same as anybody else would. So, what do you mean I can't rap?
Yeah, and as far as Texas go, I know at one point where everybody believed that SPM would be that Hispanic to put on for everybody. For sure. What do you think about that?
Man, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Lyrically, he's the GOAT. Yeah, for sure. I think he could have too, you know, as far as his criminal stuff, you know, I don't know. I couldn't tell you if it was true or not. I mean, I wasn't there. You know, I admire him for his music, you know, as far as his personal life, I have no, you know, I don't know. Because, man, like, okay, so like, we got the Bad Bunnies, you know, we got the Reggaetoneros and stuff, and they're lame, don't get me wrong. Their music is heard worldwide. But, you know, we're still not represented. Like, Bad Bunny was performing at the Grammys, and they didn't have captions for this man's music, like, you know, because he's singing in Spanish. So people like the music, but they don't know what he's saying. So they're just kind of writing it for the trend, you know what I'm saying? As a rapper, I mean, I'm trying to do both, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can rap to you in Spanish, get my message across, because, I mean, Spanish is one of the most spoken languages in the world, so it's understood. But if you get that message translated and you put it out in English, or you're bringing a whole different audience, and you're definitely opening a door to the world. Okay. And just to put a quick note, like, there's no shame to either. You know, if there's Mexican rappers that don't know Spanish, I mean, I understand that too. But yeah, definitely, if you know Spanish and you're not singing in Spanish, shame on you. Because what are you doing? You know, don't be scared of your roots. You know, rep them all the way. A lot of people are raised differently. Like my little brothers, you know, they don't speak Spanish as good as I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I've lived in Mexico, so I've gotten around. But I'm like, you know, I understand y'all raised differently. So yeah, I mean, man, if I knew how to speak another language, I promise you, I'd be making Japanese music, all kind of shit. It's dope though. It's dope getting your message across and being able to fluently dominate both languages.
All right, so let's go ahead and introduce this track real quick.
All right, man. And this is Mi Vida Loca. You can look for this on Spotify, on Apple Music, on SoundCloud, and YouTube. Mi Vida Loca by Cartel.
¿Qué hacemos con este amor prohibido? Pecamos porque estoy comprometido y nada más.
Yeah. Cash. Cartel. Con la mente elevada y los pies en la tierra, somos mexicanos a grito de guerra. Represento mi bandera, aquí donde quiera lo hago a mi manera. Ya le batallé chingo y me toca ganar. Me pongo a pensar cuando empiezo a fumar de todas las cosas que decía papá. Por eso no me agüito y le doy pa' adelante. Si es que me caigo voy y me levanto con la mirada bien alto. No tiene sentido mirar al pasado, son varias las veces que por poco muero, pero gracias a Dios porque aquí seguimos. Ya estuve en el suelo y anduve en el vuelo, sigo siendo el mismo con dinero y con ceros. La vida te trata culero, mejor ponte trucha que la envidia es mucha. Fíjense bien y cuiden su camino, que nunca sabes cuál será tu destino. Pa' arriba y pa' abajo se mueven cabezas cuando me escuchan cantar en la pista. No soy pesimista, solo soy realista, te pinto una foto de lo que es mi vida. Las calles me vieron crecer, pero yo ya no soy un bebé. Cada quien con lo que merece, perfecto no soy, ya lo sé. En el barrio nunca cambiaré. Las calles me vieron crecer, pero yo ya no soy un bebé. Cada quien con lo que merece, perfecto no soy, ya lo sé. Tengo tantas cosas por qué agradecer. La vida se acaba en un 2x3. Mi vida es real, no es San Andrés. El mundo es tuyo, pero nunca dejes que el mundo te trague. He esperado mucho por este momento, así como si fuera un presentimiento, y así se cumplió. Con trabajo y huevos, así lo hice yo. Gracias a mis jefes por nunca dejarme, y un abrazo fuerte pa' mis dos carnales. Nunca se me agüiten y nunca se rajen. Son pocas personas las que son reales. Escribo mis rimas, son originales. Así es mi vida y así me tocó. En el vecindario, when I'm smoking draw. Lo digo en inglés, también en español. Fumándome un leño, a mí me vale madre. Soy el más cabrón, pero no mamón. Si no quieren putazos, sacamos el cohete. Pa' toda mi gente siempre estoy presente. Ey, yo. Las calles me vieron crecer, pero yo ya no soy un bebé. Cada quien con lo que merece, perfecto no soy, ya lo sé. En el barrio nunca cambiaré. Las calles me vieron crecer, pero yo ya no soy un bebé. Cada quien con lo que merece, perfecto no soy, ya lo sé.
Cash Cartel culero, desde Bastrop Texas para el mundo entero. Yeah.